do I sound
You
now?
sound rich and leathery.
Oh, there we go.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm trying to, since you and I haven't talked in like 5 weeks, I'm just trying to ease us in a more natural. So it seems like, hey, what's going on? How you doing?
Really been 5 weeks?
Yeah, it's been 5 weeks. Yep, I
Jeez.
know. But
Where does the time
well,
go?
they'll never know. I mean, unless we want to share that with them, I don't know. We could pull back the curtain a little bit.
I'm sure when we start screwing things up, it will become painfully obvious that we haven't played in a while.
That's true.
Or at least that I haven't played in a while.
Yeah, that's all right. Well, how you doing, man? Doing all right?
I'm doing all right.
Good. Good. I am doing about as well as can be expected. With the small issues we talked about earlier with the computer fan, but I've got that under control. Situation normal. We're all fine here. So
How are you?
boring conversation anyway. So let's pick up where we left off oh so long ago, and or last week, as it were.
Oh,
Yes,
good.
yes. I've got a story for tonight. Another epic chapter in the ongoing Sertorian Wars. War, singular. It is one of many civil wars that we'll be talking about in this expansion, but this is the first one that we're really dealing with that will have multiple scenarios. And tonight we're going to talk about the Battle of Lauron, which is from 76 BC, and this falls about 4 years after, subsequent to the Beatus River that we did last time. I want to thank you for doing all the heavy lifting on giving us the background information of what led up to the Sertorian split from Sulla and his background with Marius, and how the social war in Rome between the Optimates and the Populares have led us to this point. And once again, I'm throwing my map of Hispania up there because our setting for tonight's scenario will once again be in modern day Spain. A map kind of showing you the Roman divisions of Spain. And I think that's important because a lot of the scholarly works on this refer to their names at the time. So tonight we're going to be talking about two particular areas. One is Hispania Ulterior, which is the southern part of Spain, modern day Spain, and the Hispania Citerior, which is the eastern ports along the Mediterranean. In the 4 years between where we left off with Sertorius's victory at the Battle of the Beatus River, he sent Perfidius and his armies fleeing for the hills.
Literally.
Literally, he did. He spent the last 4 years trying to improve the living conditions for the peoples of Hispania, and becoming well loved during all of his treatment of them. And he is considered a fair and just ruler, unlike the Romans, who Sulla has appointed a sort of military governor by the name of Metellus during this time. They are attempting to constantly quell such uprisings and freedoms for these peoples of this province. So Sertorius has spent these few years engaging in guerrilla warfare. You'd mentioned it in the previous one. That was his stock and trade, and it works very effectively. He does a lot of little hit and fade, and he's constantly keeping Metellus's army, and it's a sizable army. Sulla has sent at least 5 legions along with Metellus to keep control of the entire province. But the guerrilla warfare is just constant, and it wears down Metellus. And it gets to the point where now Rome really has the attention. They are not going to trifle with Sertorius anymore. So what they've done has brought on our new player tonight, and we will see him many more times in the future, of course, and that is Gnaeus Pompeius Magnus, and we will always know him as Pompey the Great from here on out. He commands a sizable amount of forces, at least 20,000 infantry and about 1,000 cavalry. He comes from Italy by way of Gaul and crosses the Pyrenees. And his goal, his mission, per Sulla, is to meet up with Metellus somewhere and attempt to bring their forces to bear against Sertorius and crush him completely. Sertorius gets word of this, So he peels off and he gathers his forces and now his new Hispania allies, which we've seen are the Mauritanians from Africa and the Lusitanians from sort of northwestern Hispania. He brings them together and they race for the coast, and it is literally a race for the coast. We are going to highlight the importance of the city of Lauron, which is on the Mediterranean coast, and it's a major city, of course. It is a colonial city, it is a supply depot, and it has strategic importance for two reasons for Sertorius. One is because he can get some much needed supplies, but he can also use it as a wedge. If he can get there first, he can prevent the link up between Pompey and Metellus. So that is what he does, and he succeeds. He actually manages to lay siege to the city of Lauron in 76 BC, right about the same time Pompey is getting there. So the two forces, Pompey decides what he's going to do is he wants to control the initiative, so he puts his camp close to Sertorius in order to harass, harangue, and present for battle. Sertorius is smart. He decides, again with his guerrilla war training and tactics, he will go at the soft underbelly, which are the foraging parties, which such a large army is going to require, and that's exactly what he does. We see on this map, he has Herennius, who is an ambush force that he sends up into the hills to distract Pompey and keep his focus on them. But he sends out nightly raids to go and attack the foraging parties, to the point where he says, don't attack the main body, just go after these foraging parties and make them move farther and farther and farther from the main body. And he succeeds in doing that, to the point where Pompey says, all right, that's enough of this. I'm just going to go ahead and attack. He's so confident in his chances for victory that he calls upon the people, and this is recorded in Livy and Plutarch. He calls upon the people of Lauron to come to the battlements, come to the walls of the city, and witness this triumphant defeat of the traitorous Sertorius, and bring a picnic, because it's going to be quite the show. And Sertorius, he kind of...
That feels like a mistake.
Who knew that kind of chutzpah would cause any problems? But Sertorius is smiling because he knows that he's compared to Pompey, he may not have the military training that Pompey had, but he certainly has far more experience in Hispania. Plus, he's got local allies. So he says, well, all right, if he wants a lesson, I'll give him a lesson, and that's exactly what he does. So the battle kind of shook out this in such a way that Sertorius had his heaviest forces there in the middle. He managed to keep Pompey distracted with that potential ambush force up in the hills long enough that Pompey had to make that incredibly difficult decision of whether to focus on Sertorius and leave his back exposed to Herennius, or go after that force and potentially get wiped out. Neither answer was going to be correct, because no matter what happened, we see that Perpenna, who was the other ally that Sertorius had, who had come from Rome a few years earlier and brought a lot of the other legions that were loyal to Marius, and brought them in and joined Sertorius' forces. So that includes some Roman cavalry and those Mauritanian cavalry that we spoke so highly of before. But that's a pretty robust force. So Perpenna manages to attack that flank and keep Pompey at bay. And it got to the point where that became a rout. Before Pompey could do anything about it, all he could do, because he was stuck on the indecision of which force to attack, all he could do was watch as his forces slowly got destroyed by Sertorius' heavy infantry coming in from Lauron. And before he could do anything about it, Sertorius had set fire and burned the city of Lauron. So while he's watching his forces get destroyed on the battlefield, Pompey also has to watch the humiliation of the people that he invited to see such a victory are just burned out of their homes. So the Roman city falls at the hand of Sertorius. So our battle tonight is going to be a recreation of that, And why don't you tell us about the War Council?
So looking here at the War Council and our battle map, we see we have a unique formation there on the map with some battlements forming a 4-hex section labeled Lauron, and that will represent the city itself, and that will be considered impassable terrain for this battle until somebody burns it to the ground.
That happens.
Yeah. As always, even though when I was playing with the old gray blocks, the Marius rule is in effect for all players, so all of our medium and heavy troops do have that one hex range attack. The ambush force is part of the Sertorian army, and they can be used right away, and they will retreat towards the Sertorian side should they have to. And I'm looking at Pompey's forces there, and he's got, well, not counting the leaders, he has, only 13, so you've got to wipe them out.
That's right.
Sertorius, 14 to 13? Yeah. So, yeah, this is going to be a slugfest.
Right. Okay, well, I will draw up my cards first here. I get 6 cards for this one.
Yes, Sertorian is going first. He'll get 6 command cards. An extra command card, no doubt, representing his familiarity with the terrain.
Indeed.
Arrogant Pompey, or pompous Pompey.
I see what you did there.
We'll get 5 command cards. Lead off, so good luck.
And good luck to you, sir. And, gosh, options. It's too many options. I'm the gray one, right? Yes, I am the Sertorian side. Let's order our medium troops. It seems like fun. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like I only have 4, so those 4. The warriors will come screaming down the hill, and these guys will move to there. And, I do have a second one. Let me order him as well. So they will go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. We'll leave that there. So we have an escape route. All right. Let's see what we can do here with your medium cavalry. Gonna attack from the warriors to the medium cav. And they're gonna get 4 dice. Here we go. Ooh, force a retreat.
Yeah, that's gonna do it for them, huh?
It is.
That's unfortunate.
I think they will advance, and they will
Decisions. Do you team up
right
with the other warriors and try and take out a medium, or do you go after those soft light bowmen who are only going to get to throw 2 dice back at you?
I think the soft,
with no leader support.
Soft light bowmen seem to be the prudent one because you're likely going to evade that. So that gives me an escape route if needed. So let's do that. Let's go 4 dice against the evading light bowman. And we get nothing for our troubles.
Okay. I'll do this.
Yeah, you will. Alright. Okay, and these warriors go after Afranius with 4 dice. And we force at least one retreat that they potentially have to take.
Yeah, well, let's make that leader check. Let's see how far I'm going.
Oh,
back.
I didn't hit him.
Oh, it just retreats, isn't it?
Yep.
Well. Well.
That's quite possibly the best outcome I could have gotten.
Yeah, we'll just go the one back.
Nope. Gotta come back towards me.
Right. Oh, duh. It's just because you're attacking me from below.
I know, right? It's great.
Well.
You could go up to 2 if you wanted.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. And then we will take that and we'll Attack these lone units now cut
Oh, I
off.
see what you trapped me into. Well, I mean, that was going to happen regardless. I would have to vacate that hex.
Sure. So here we go. 4 dice.
Surely you can't roll more flags, so.
No, surely not. Oh well.
All right. And then 4 dice back.
Wow.
Oh.
So I have to do 4 hexes. I can ignore one because I'm
Yep.
full strength. So I got to take the other one. 2 hexes back to there. So now we will throw some pilum at those mediums there with 1 die. Getting nothing. Okay. I believe that is all.
2 on the right. Feels like it has to be those 2. All right, we'll go after those warriors first with 4 dice.
All right. Do your worst.
Okay, 4 dice.
Woo! That is your worst. Well, I get to ignore 1, but otherwise I gotta go back 4 hexes. 1, 2, 3, 4.
They'll advance.
Okay.
Okay. Hill to hill, I think we're capped at 3 dice, right?
Here we are indeed.
Both sides are going to have leader support, but I should probably. There's a way for you to evade if you do that, so I will just try and cut off the head there. Oh, 3 dice. 1 hit. Oh, well. That's fair.
Well, try that leader.
Oh, same result.
Same result. Okay. Well, 3 back with leader bonus. We get 2 hits. And here's the leader check. He is okay.
All right. All right. So got the disorientation turn out of the way with you attacking from my flank.
That's right.
Now I think I'm
all right. Let's
on the page.
Let's do light troops.
Oh my.
Oh, indeed, yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Okay, we'll just do that. That's fine. All right, and then we'll take a bunch of pot shots here. So we'll start with slingers or light bow up here against your medium there on the flank. 2 dice. Nothing. And then light slingers, jerks that they are. 2 dice at them. Nothing. And from the other hill, go after this one. 2 dice. Nothing. I don't know what makes them more of a jerk, when they hit or when they don't hit.
When you hit, because there was that streak where you were always hitting with those guys, making them jerks.
Yeah. Let's start here. Let's see if we can do 3 dice with leader bonus. Ooh, saucy. So 1 hit.
All right. Want to make your check?
Oh, yes. So leader check. Oh, he falls anyway.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Horrenius scores the big kill of the day. So that is all.
Man. Gonna go 2 on the left, being those 2. They're gonna pull back there and sling away. 1 die on your cavalry. And they'll throw a spear. And that'll be that.
All right.
Much like Pompey, I realized that my mouth may have written a check that my army can't cash.
Let us do inspired right leadership there. Perpenna will come out to play. Activate all these guys. Gonna go there. Yeah, we'll leave avenues open. And these guys go there, so they have a line of sight, but they're gonna lose. Alright. Let's start with here to here with 1 die on those mediums. Nothing. And same from the light cavalry, 1 die. Oh, they got hit. Do medium cav against your medium infantry there. There you go. Ooh, that's a whiteout. Alright, well, then Perpenna.
In the words of a famous general, it's a trap.
Alright. Perpenna will attempt to avenge them with 3 dice plus leader bonus. Come on, big retreat, big retreat. There we go.
Here you go, 4 dice back with leader support.
Interesting. 2 hits. Alright, let's see if I got a retreat. Close. But I think I will take that retreat. 1, 2, 3. Get them out of harm's way. Okay, that is all. Ramblin' Wreck is a moving now.
Alright, so line of sight is blocked units behind hills. Unit on a lower level has line of sight to the first hill hex and vice versa. So we will throw a spear uphill. See what it gets us.
Pew. Well, that's
Whoa.
pretty good. Let's do move, fire, move. All those. He'll move there. He's gonna move there. There. And the others will not move. We'll just fire. Okay, so we'll start over here. Light bow did not move. 2 dice. Forcing a retreat. Light cav did move. 1 die. Nothing. Light slingers to this medium. 2 dice. Ooh, they're on point now.
That's why the slingers are hated.
Okay, these guys cannot fire because they moved. 1 die. Forcing a retreat. Okay, and the auxilia in the middle moved 2, so they couldn't fire anyway. But Herennius can throw. He only moved 1. So they're going to throw at... They'll target them with 1 die. Getting nothing. Okay. So now secondary moves. There. 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 And there. So that is all. I figured.
Inspired by Pompey, those mediums are going after Herennius and his ambushing auxilia with 4 dice with leader bonus.
3 wipes him out.
And Herennius.
I'm going to put him back with the warriors there.
And 4 dice on that auxilia. 1 and a retreat.
1 and a retreat. Okay. There. I'm going to use that card.
Leader's hex and 3 adjacent hexes. There you go. That looks pretty adjacent to me.
He's going to go there. He's going to go there. There. And the light slingers will throw here with 2 dice from the hilltop. Nothing. Herennius will lead the warriors charging into battle with 4 dice plus leader bonus. And wipe out those mediums.
Ooh.
And they will not advance.
No choice.
He's coming right for us.
4 dice against the Herennius warriors. 3.
Okay.
And the leader is fine.
4 back with leader bonus. Yeah, 1 retreat you gotta take.
And finish him off.
Finish them off.
Herennius lives again.
Order the light troops again. There. There. And the rest will just fire. Okay. Starting here, 1 die against the light bow. Nothing. Auxilia moved 2, so nothing there. These lights will fire at your medium. They did not move. 2 dice. Oops. 1 hit and 1 retreat.
That is all unfortunate.
That sound means it's working. Alright. Light slingers from up on the hill will attack the same target with 2 dice. Getting another hit. And then these light slingers down here. 2 dice to that medium. A hit and a retreat.
This is why I hate slingers.
I understand. That is... oh, and these guys over here. 2 dice. They did not move. Nothing.
Those 2. Two dice. From the arrows. Let fly. Terrible. Why is that working for you and not for me? 4 dice with leader support. 1 hit.
Okay.
And no dead leader.
Okay. There's 4 dice back with leader. Hit and retreat again. Time to rally. Rally the troops. So we'll do 6 dice, see what we get. Oh. Awful. Just awful.
You bring that back one Auxilia.
Yeah. Boy, that was totally worth it. Alright. So he gets a recovery. And he'll go right there and attempt to attack your medium with 3 dice plus leader bonus. Forcing 1 retreat you got to take. Alright. And that, sadly, is all for their big rally.
Those units. On a spear.
Ouch. And this one we will evade.
3 dice. Good evade. Four dice with leader support.
Ooh. Ow, 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 ow. Hit. And back 1.
2 dice to see if they can't finish them off as they retreat. But keeps them packing.
Okay.
Hear that banner. This game, you know what it wants.
Yep. It wants blood. It wants the crashing of shields and the wailing of the wounded crying out from the battlefield. But you need the right cards for that. Do leadership any section. And it will be that one, that one, that one, that one. Yep. Okay. Alright, so they're going to go there. They're going to go there. Renius.
Alright.
These guys will move there and not fight. Alright, so.
Renius is here to play.
Okay, let's see if we can't do this here. 4 dice plus leader bonus. Oh, terrible.
4 dice coming back.
Wipe out. Don't call to come
See if
back.
Renius' luck holds. Slippery bastard.
Mm-hmm. He's come all the way across the board. Alright, that is all.
Slippery bastard. All right. There. You wanted it. You got it. Three dice.
No, 4 dice.
4 dice.
Damn it. Who will rid me of this terminal priest? Alright, so you can go.
Well, you got to move per
right,
penna.
Right.
So
Penna's gone. So now you can advance. Battle
plus
+1.
And battle again.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to try and run him down since I've got 4 dice for the entire turn.
Right. Yep. Well, how quickly things change.
See, I got to play to my strengths, even though I only have one mounted unit.
Right.
You play to your strengths and you sling me to death, and I play to my strengths and do ill-advised mounted charges.
Sure.
Because, of course, you're going to have one more Order Light Troops card in your hand. Oh, okay. That's almost as good.
All right. So first the bowman let loose on that medium cav. 2 dice.
Oh, man. You are just killing it with this missile fire tonight.
That's right. Leader check. Oh, close. And then finally, can the light cav here go toe-to-toe with a medium? A true David and Goliath story. 2 dice. I get 1.
Unbelievable.
Alright, the all-important Petraeus test. He's okay, but he has to.
Now I've got to retreat through you.
Yep. Alright, so 2 dice looking for a leader symbol. Oh, Petraeus slips away. There's your slippery bastard. Alright, so they will just stay over there. Not advance. It's what you came for, folks. Balance.
All right. So I gotta play the odds here. All right, viewers, we'll chat about this after the game. This is what I'm gonna. Oh, I'm gonna take a screenshot.
Yeah, so the viewers get to see what I have, so they know what I'm planning.
All right. So there's my hand. And we'll talk about my thinking afterwards. Just given the way this game has gone. Because there are 2 things I should play here. Or I could play, and I'm going to play this.
Muy interesante.
So 6 dice with leader support against the Auxilia.
Can he do it? Oh, 1 short. Hit, and a retreat.
Okay.
That was damn fine, though.
It was. And after the battle, we will talk about the alternate choice and my rationale.
Sure. So I'm going to try more craftiness here. Activate both of these guys. And we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we'll shoot some arrows at Petraeus. 2 dice. Nothing. And then light cav. Attacking, looking for 1 leader symbol. Come on, 1 symbol will do.
Now, if you don't roll any symbols, I have to evade still, correct?
Correct.
Okay. But I can evade into my mediums.
Absolutely, yes. All right.
Okay.
2 dice. Here we go. There it is.
Oh.
Oh. Whew. Man. This is...
So the other card I could have played was that. And I could have done
all of them, yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Would potentially give me 8 dice.
Right.
But given the amount of retreat flags we've been rolling, I was afraid I'd roll 4 dice and get a retreat flag and I wouldn't be able to follow up.
Well,
so my rationale was with the 6 dice, I had a better chance of one-shotting the blocks.
I agree with that assessment. I would have probably done the same. Go for 6 rather than 8.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow,
Ooh.
that was great.
I'm oof.
Commands and colors, people.
Yeah, I really thought I was just done. So being able to go on that bit of a lucky streak and scratch my way back.
Yeah, that certainly doesn't help my final tally for making up banners, but I do love when they're exceptionally exciting and close like that, because it came down, each one of us had 1 die that could have made the difference between win and loss. So, whew. Well, I'm going to take a 5-minute constitutional break here, and we will reset and be back for round number 2 and see if we can have a second battle that is equally close with Peter as the Sertorians. So be right back. We are back for round number 2. And let's see if my Roman forces under Pompey the Great can be effective and great.
Let's see if my missile fire under Quintus Sertorius can be just as effective as yours was.
I'd like to say I had some skill in that, but I can't claim any credit. It's just the way of the random die roller. 2, 3, 4, and 5 for me.
Well, there is some finesse in the way you push that die button to make it just roll just right.
I like to think that I do, yeah. All right, good luck.
Good luck.
Here, Peter considers his critical opening move, which is so important in the game of commands and colors. What will he do?
I think I will learn from the best. Activate 4 units on the left to start. My left. Yeah, what is it? Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. Stop me if you've heard this before. 2 bands of warriors come screaming down from the hills. But the difference is they'll be backed up by some auxilia. Warriors going after that medium cavalry with 4 dice with leader support now.
Go for it.
Just 2. Only 1 flag.
That's right.
Not like your mighty 2 flags.
Okay, 3 dice back with leader bonus. Ooh.
Yeah, there's the writing on the walls there. Going after the same unit with 4 dice.
Most assuredly, yes.
Four dice on those light bowmen. What would they like to do?
I believe... Yeah. It'd be foolish to stand, so they will evade. Yes.
That was a good evade.
So, come to there. Do a very small line command. These guys. And we will attack with 4 dice plus leader bonus. Get a hit and a retreat, which they can ignore.
And they will. I'll come back at you with 4 dice. Make you pay.
Bloody, bloody, bloody. Okay. And then Ephronus will attempt to finish those rabble now with retreat in their blood. 4 dice plus leader bonus. Yes.
Or you can just wipe them out.
Yes. And we'll come forward and attack that unit too. So, once again, 4 dice, leader bonus. Ooh, leadership gets it done. Alright. That is all. I feel like I hear war drums pounding as they start marching. Boom, boom, boom.
The slow, inevitable grind down the middle of the field, all the way from the back. That needs a double time.
We'll do outflanked.
Outflanked.
Alright. Go there and there. And there. So we're going to have short spears being thrown from here to there. So 1 die. Getting a retreat. And so 1 die to that auxilia. Getting a retreat. Come to me. And now
Unbelievable.
Afranius will now assail those people falling into the trap. 4 dice plus leader bonus. 3 hits and a retreat. He will march forward and try to finish them. 4 dice. And he does.
Well done. You could not have asked for a better turn off that.
No. Alright. That is all.
Against your mediums with 3 dice and leader support.
2 hits. And we will ignore that retreat. So 4 back. And send him packing.
Three dice, same unit, same target.
And 4 back. 2 hits. Let's see if that leader gets hit. He does not.
Okay.
I guess we will do a coordinated attack. Need this one. That one. That one. Okay. We'll just have Pompey move to there. These guys will throw a spear up at Herennius. 1 die. Nothing. And then assaulting Perpenna. What would he like to do? He will go. Okay, so looking for 1 blue triangle, 4 dice. We get it.
Oh, well, make the
Here's the check for Perpenna.
cool.
He's okay. Okay, that is everything. I will darken the sky. Just do those 3. So we'll start with the light bow here. They get 2 shots, 2 each. So first round, nothing. Second round, nothing. And then Afranius will get 2. So here's 2 dice from him. And get a hit. And here's the leader check. And nothing. And then the other mediums also get 2. And another hit. And here's a check for that. He's okay. Let's just do that.
That's the card I want.
Uh-huh. I have a feeling you have that card.
Oh, believe me, if I did, we'd be in trouble.
We're going to do that.
Ooh, I don't like that.
Okay. So we're going to start with this up the hill to there. It'll be capped at 2 dice, but I will potentially get leader unless you evade.
I will evade.
Okay, so green circles only. Get 1. Okay. And now this one will go against Hieronymus with 2 dice plus leader support. And that is a wipeout. So here's a check for Hieronymus, 1 die. He lives. And that is all.
Those 3 units.
Pew!
Acting from horseback.
That'll
Close.
do.
They will not follow up.
I will do a line command.
Which line will you move?
This line. Okay.
Interesting.
We'll start here with the mediums against your lights.
Nowhere to go, so let's fight.
3 dice, hill to hill. And that'll do. And then we'll throw some spears at your heavies over here. So 1 die. Nothing. Pompey. 1 die. Nothing. Okay.
Too little, too late.
Do 3 on the right. We'll commence a Whitlin. Yep. Okay. So we'll start here in the center. 4 dice plus leader bonus. Whoo!
Well done.
Thank you. Pompey is indeed Magnus.
There you go.
Yeah. All right. So let us, as we do each and every week, wrap up our final thoughts on this one. I'll let you take point.
Wow.
You are on the spot.
Yeah. Wow. You rolled so well.
It's
right. Every time you needed to roll well, you did. My God, rolling 1 die and getting that retreat to bring that guy out of the hill where you could just chew him up. My goodness. My goodness. And just all those retreats. And man, I mean, strategically, I think in both battles, we both did the sound things. I was trying to get that center chugging, but I never had the cards to really get those heavies into the fight before you chewed up my sides. Wow. Wow.
Wow, indeed. I don't know I don't know what else to offer on that. This one seems like, well, at least as we proved in the first one, it could go either way. If both players are being cautious, not taking any unnecessary risks, especially with the cavalry and the flanks, I think the potential, as we saw tonight, for that ambush in the hills, that could go either way. It can either be extremely potent right out of the gate. We both exercise the option to have the warriors come screaming out of the hills. I think that is, if you've got the opportunity, I think that's a great opening move because that cavalry is just waiting to flee in terror. But it may not always work. But you're right. I think I just got some really nice dice chucking tonight. Every time my finger hit the button, it seems like it was destined to at least inflict one casualty. But that the one, as you mentioned, the one coming down off the hill, forcing the retreat right into the maw of the lion, that was pretty cinematic. I could not have planned that. It's just one of those commands and colors moments where you're just like, wow, that's something that you'll bore people at conventions about for years, right? It's like, oh, and then I rolled a one flag, and he came down the hill, and uh, so well, good game. Despite the final, I guess if we're doing the official total here, I've got 14 banners. You got 7, so I pick up 7 banners tonight. Much needed banners, I think. Um, so that will bring the total a little
That's
closer.
a whole new season. I mean, are you tracking each? I mean, you've got a spreadsheet. How are you doing in the series?
In the series, I'm tracking that. I'm at about 6. I'm down 66 banners, I think.
No. I know overall,
Oh, you mean?
but in this expansion.
Oh, well, I won the. I think it's pretty close. Yes, that's a good idea. Maybe I'll start amending, or not amending, but I'll add that number just for the encapsulation within the expansion itself. That's probably a very optimistic way to look at that. Oh man. Well, we hope you've enjoyed this fine, fine Roman Civil War action this evening. The Sertorian War will continue next week. Peter's going to be doing the historical research on that. But if you could take a moment to click the like and subscribe button, as always, as everybody in the world on YouTube that's a content creator implores you to do, that helps us. And that lets us know that you're enjoying the content, but you can tell us directly right there in the comments section below. So tell us what you liked, what you didn't like, point out our mistakes, which many of you do, and we really appreciate that because now I've caught up on editing and I've released these, so now we're within a week of the actual episode. So if you find something and point it out, good chance is we're going to fix it by next week. So thank you for that. And I will let you have the last word, sir.
Victorian.
Sertorian. All right. Well, I guess I had the last word then. Anyway, have a great week, and I will see you next week for the next battle.
Victorian.
Good night.